name is Reagan Olson, and today I'm going to tell you about my spider scribe. So I chose the themed color, and my target grade level would be kindergarten. So we'll start with the color wheel that I did for art. And students will learn about the importance of the color wheel and then be able to use that knowledge to further on with previous art projects. So I will introduce to the students the primary colors and the secondary colors and how the primary colors make the secondary colors. So we'll talk about that. Red and blue make purple. And then we'll go over the meanings of the colors, how each color may make you feel a different way. So red makes me feel angry, but blue makes you feel sad. Just different things that they can, so then they can start thinking how they feel when they see a color. I'll have posters up and then about the color wheel, and then eventually we will make our own color wheel. I think this is a great idea because not only is it an art project for one setting, but then they can use their color wheel for future art projects and help them remember, oh, red and blue make purple. So then they can use that. And so then the standard is explain the process of making art while creating. So then the next one would be drama. I named it Mix It Up after the book Mix It Up by Herbie Toulet. So I'll present this book to the class by watching a YouTube video. I provided the link so you can watch that. And then the second exposure, so we'll discuss the book a little bit, talk about how the book tells you what colors make what, and it's a very interactive book, which I love. And then we'll grab out our color wheel from our previous lesson and talk about what colors make us feel the different ways, like we did in art. Like yellow might make me feel happy, but yellow might make you feel a different way too. So we'll go over those. And then the third exposure, after we discuss as a class, then I would like the students to pick their favorite color and make an acrostic poem using their name to determine the feelings for that color. So my example that I use would be the color purple, and the name would be Judy. So J is for jumpy, U is for unhappy, D is for distracted, Y is for youthful. I think that would be a great idea, but these are also kindergartners, so I would provide some extra words because they're not going to be able to come up with that off the top of their heads. So then the standard is explain how specific aspects of a text illustrations contribute to what is conveyed in the story. All right, let's move on to language arts. So I named this one Animal Feelings. Students will use illustrations to help them decide how the animals are feeling. Okay, so we're going to read the book Brown Bear, What Do You See by Bill Martin Jr. We'll talk about the bright colors that the author uses and how he conveys the story. So the blue horse might be sad. He might be blue because he's sad, or the yellow duck might be yellow because he's happy. So we'll talk about those and based on their perspective. And then I want the students to write their own story with their own character, and instead of using words to say how they feel, maybe use colors to say how they feel. So if they're red, they might be an angry bird, like the example in Brown Bear. So then the standard is explain how specific aspects of a text contribute to the story, so that those two would share that. All right, we'll move on to science. I named this one the rainbow. I love rainbows. Students will learn how light reflection forms rainbows. So students will learn how water on light will form a rainbow, and I'll explain that. Usually you see rainbows after thunderstorms because of the rain and the sun coming out. We'll discuss the colors in the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And I will also bring a prism to the class to show them the reflecting rainbow. I think that's a great visual for them to see, because you can't bring a rainbow to your classroom. So I think that's an awesome just experiment for them to try. So then the standard would be make observations and determine the effect of sunlight on the Earth's surface. All right, we'll move to social studies. I named this one Classroom Rules. So students will make a list of classroom rules and coordinate them by color. As a class, we'll come up with a list of kindergarten rules. A rule, an example like no running in the classroom, something like that. And then we'll do 6 big rules, since there are 6 colors in the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And we will name each one a color. So they'll have that rule memorized by a color. So if I say class rule blue, then that means that they're doing the rule that they shouldn't be doing and that they know they shouldn't be doing. So hearing the rule blue should make them stop, or they should be aware of what they're doing wrong and maybe make the change. So the standard would be understanding classroom rules and why they are important. All right, we move on to math. I named this one color sorts. Students will sort shapes based on color. So students will be given a variety of shapes, and each shape has a color. So a triangle would be orange, example. And then they'll have to sort them based on the color and the shape. Reds go in this pile, purples go in that pile, but you also notice that the reds are a square and the purples are a circle. That's a good thing for kindergartners to practice. So then the standard would be classify objects into given categories, count the number of objects in each category, and sort the categories by count. So limit it usually to 10 or less because they are kindergarten. So then last one, music. I chose this as my last one because what kid doesn't like to dance, especially in kindergarten? I think that that's huge. They love to dance. They love to move around, get out of their seats. So I named this one color beats. Students will use color to determine beat counts with a flashlight. So flashlight choreography. Students will perform 64 count flashlight choreography to beats. We'll use the colors red, blue, and yellow, and each student will have a flashlight to participate. So I'll do movements such as big circles, small circles, freestyle, zigzags, any of those. And then the song that I chose would be Bubble Up by Gummy Bar. Here's the YouTube link. I think that's a fun, upbeat song, especially for kindergartners. They'd love that. And then the standard would be with guidance in sport, introduce, explore, and experience musical concepts with a variety of music, so beat and melodic contour. All right, that was my spider scribe. I hope you like it. Thanks.